Hello, beloved Cosmic Familia, and welcome back. I'm feeling led to reach for the Starseed Oracle deck at this time. And just as I placed that deck on the table, the sun decided it was going to peek out from behind the clouds. I don't know about where you guys are at, but it's been raining intermittently in our area, on and off for days now. So the air is thick and heavy. So here we are with the Starseed Oracle to push out some of this negative voltage and replace it with harmony. This time through a little bit of storytelling. Push my door closed. 1, 2, 3 on the timer as I sat back down, and in comes my fur baby. Bella, go to your spot. Go on, go to your spot. Go on, go to your spot. All right. 1, 4, 3 as I sat back down again. That translates to I love you. So yes, pushing out the negative voltage and bringing in some harmony. I haven't reached for this deck in a while, so I was thinking, why not? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Whale and Orca Elders. Share your song, frequency, sound, and diving deep. So this is what we are being guided to do at this time. Let's zoom in. For just a moment here. Being divinely guided to use our voices, but also intermittently do those deep dives. Anchoring a frequency of love, beloveds. So, the Whale and Orca Elders, their physical presence affects the Earth's magnetic field. And their harmonics call us to wake up and remember our own soul's song. Looking into the eye of a whale is something you'll never forget. Whales see into you and your very being, and in an instant, you're changed forever. They see beyond the physical, the woundings, the identity, the personality, the story. They see right into your soul. We're being summoned, beloveds, to surrender to our deepest truth and share it with potency. To bow and give reverence to who we truly are. And stretch our heart wide enough to hold it all. To leave our fears, doubts, and baggage at the door. Question any part of us that doesn't feel good enough. The whale and orca elders want us to give others the privilege of seeing who we truly are, and for us to see the same in other beings. Dropping our hang-ups, personality flaws, and getting busy revealing the unique note our soul came here to sing. Allow that song that echoes in the four chambers of your heart to emanate in all four directions. Peel back the layers of suffering and pain and reveal to others your soul's true song. How are you being called to share your soul's unique song? Okay, let's give it a shuffle. That came from the bottom of the deck. Some of the oldest living beings on Earth. Questioning us about how we are being called to share our soul's unique song. What other lessons and stories to learn from the Starseed Oracle? One, please. All right, there we go. I can already tell I'm going to need to zoom back out for these. All right, here we go. This one states, the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Wow. The great suffering. Oh, the great suffering. I'm like, I don't see the great suffering anywhere, and that's because I wasn't reading it correctly. Wow. Wow. Brain fart. Yes, the great severing. This is a shadow card, beloveds. One that may even feel a bit confrontational. And look at our elders peering in on this. Things suddenly went from wet to dry here. From light to dark. But that's not even really the relevant terms. Do not be afraid. This card is here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it's for one of two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing pain and anxiety. And secondly, to find your way back to love. When we hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation and earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children of God, spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. And ask yourself, how are you cutting yourself off from love? And how can you soften towards those who have hurt you? At the bottom of the deck, we have water your garden. Water your garden. Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Whew. Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, we are seasonal beings, cyclic. We can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day after day. We're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel. Take a moment to restock and replenish, and slow right on down. Our body is the only body we're given, and it needs to be respected as such. We're being called to take responsibility for our well-being, to put our health and body first. I know it can feel like time's running out, and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if we keep pushing on, soon fatigue, if we keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually exhaustion will set in, and it'll take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune system disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. Disclaimer alert, I am not a doctor and this is not a diagnosis. This is just a little bit of storytelling from the Starseed Oracle, and I am just the messenger. How are we being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time we took a holiday or had a full weekend day or afternoon off? Looking after our precious body and mind, giving ourselves enough time to recover when we find ourselves running on reserves. There is enough time. Life will bend towards us when we do. What is your body yearning for? You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness and face your true north. You're not for everyone. Put that in part of your hygiene and care regime, beloveds. You're being called to embrace your uniqueness, to own your weirdness, and let the world see who you really are. No matter what we do, some simply will not like us. Then there are those who will love us fiercely. They are our people. We are not for everyone, and that's okay. We're being guided to talk to the people who can hear us and not waste our precious time and gifts trying to convince others of our value. They won't ever want what we're selling. Don't try to convince them to walk alongside you. You'll be wasting both your time and theirs, and will likely inflict unnecessary wounds that'll take precious time to heal. We're not for them, and they're not for us. Politely wave them on and continue on your way. Sharing your path with someone is a sacred gift. Don't cheapen it by rolling yours in the wrong direction. Keep facing your true north. Pulling this card means we're being called to embrace our uniqueness, own our weirdness, and let the world see who we really are, to reveal our multifaceted and multidimensional nature, not to dim our light according to who is in our presence, to own all parts of ourselves, that our people, the ones who are the same as us, can recognize us when our paths cross. How can you embrace your weirdness and not care so much about what other people think? Okay, what more to this story? What more to this story, please, from the Starseed Oracle? Weight of the world. Boundaries. Letting go. It's not ours to carry. The weight of the world is not ours to carry. The weight of the world is not ours to carry. We don't need to carry it all. We're no good to anyone if we're running on empty and bogged down by the weight of the world. This card is a reminder to look after our own well-being before anyone else's. Stop carrying the world's problems on our shoulders. Put our own oxygen mask on first. In these changing times, it's hard not to feel overwhelmed by the state of the planet. However, we can't take on its problems from a place of energetic depletion. This card is thanking us for caring so much. We want to build a better world and ease the road for others, and that's incredible. But the way we've been doing so is likely unsustainable. This isn't to say that we should switch off to the world's problems and become unconscious. Rather, it's a call to establish clear boundaries so that we're not constantly taken out energetically. The planet needs us healthy, both physically and emotionally. So instead of digesting the news or reaching for our phone as soon as we wake up, show up first to a nourishing practice such as meditation, soul inquiry, deep breathing, or exercise in nature. Once in a state of grace and our inner well is full, we can face the day and care for others. And at the end of the day, take an energetic shower by emptying out anything that's not ours to carry. We can pick it up again the next morning if we so choose, but give ourselves time and space to rejuvenate and rest. Interestingly enough, it's right beneath softening to love. And close to body care, nourishment, tenderness. And then high wraith, longing for home, feeling homesick for the stars. Some of you are starseeds, and you're longing for home, but you're not quite sure where that even is. It's a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, referring to a certain longing or homesickness. A yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. For many starseeds, that home planet was destroyed. Some of us had to watch it happen with no way to course correct it. Others were there. At ground level when it happened. And even knowing that the OG home base has been destroyed, there's still this unexplainable and unshakable longing to just walk each other home. And this is common in starseeds and old souls. From the guidebook, For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that our soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place we may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find somewhere we truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. Being reassured that you didn't have to come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. We're being called to anchor all of our presence, our personality, our soul, and our spirit in the here and now, and to fully commit to living this life right now. To commit to putting 2 feet completely in. How can we commit more fully to our lives? 2626 on the timer. I'm feeling guided to go with one more card from the bottom, and that is baby steps. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Baby steps. What's one simple baby step that you can take, that we can take towards our soul's journey? We're being called to take action and follow our intuition before it makes sense. Take grounded action in response to our soul's calling. To start where we are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day. The way to find ourselves living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to our soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day and take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. We're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than other planets. This may cause frustration for starseeds, who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seed begins to sprout. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling, to remember that you don't need to have it all figured out to know exactly where the path's leading you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your great journey. You just need to take the next step. What is one simple baby step we can take in the direction of our soul's calling? Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope this story time meets you well. Much gratitude and appreciation, beloveds. And until next time, brightest blessings.